students. In this lecture we are going to study polar coordinates and the relation between polar coordinates and Cartesian coordinates. So first let's study polar coordinates. So for polar coordinates we take a fixed point O in the plane. Then OX is a fixed ray in the plane. O is known as pole and ray OX is known as polar axis. Now P is any point in the plane, okay. Now join OP. So if length OP is R and if measure angle XOP is theta, then this R and theta together, they are known as polar coordinates. So what is R? R is length OP. And what is theta? Theta is measure angle XOP. Now R, theta are polar coordinates. So these coordinates determine the position of point P in the plane. Let's study how this R and theta determine position of point P. So for that, let's take R theta as 120 degrees. That means length OP is 5 and measure angle XOP is 120 degrees. So first let's draw angle 120 degrees. So for that, let OX be our polar axis. O is pole and OX is polar axis. Now draw angle 120 degrees. So 120 degrees, this is 90 degrees. 90 plus 30 is 120 degrees. So this is angle 120 degrees. Okay. So we have used information for theta. Now length OP is 5. So length OP is 5. So start with O and take point P such that length OP is 5. So this is our point P, which has polar coordinates 5 and 120 degrees. So this is how we can determine position of point P. Let's take one more example. So let's take R theta as say 4 and say 330 degrees. Okay. So again let's start with our polar axis OX. Now we have to rotate this OX through 330 degrees. So 330 degrees, this is 270 degrees. 270 plus 60 is 330 degrees. So this is angle 330 degrees. Now we want length OP to be 4. So take P on this terminal ray such that length OP is 4. So this is how we can determine position of point P. Now the next question is we can determine position of point P using polar coordinates. But earlier we have Cartesian coordinates. So what is the relation between Cartesian coordinates and polar coordinates? So let's derive relation between Cartesian coordinates and polar coordinates. So for that, let OX be our polar axis. So this is OX, our polar axis, and let P be such that length OP equals to R. So this is our point P such that length OP is R and measure angle XOP equal to theta. So now we have polar coordinates of P as R theta. So polar coordinates are R and theta. So these are polar coordinates. Now for Cartesian coordinates we need x-axis and y-axis. So let's construct x-axis and y-axis. So let x-axis be along OX. So let this be our x-axis. And y-axis along the line perpendicular to OX through point O. So this is our y-axis. And let xy be our Cartesian coordinates. Pxy be Cartesian coordinates. Now, let's find out the relation between polar coordinates and Cartesian coordinates. Last year, we have studied angle in standard position. So, what is angle in standard position? Angle in standard position is such that initial ray is along positive x-axis and vertex of the angle is at origin. Terminal ray may lie in first quadrant, second, third or fourth, or it may lie along the axis. So this is angle in standard position. Then using angle in standard position, we have defined cosine ratio and sine ratio. So if this point P is xy and length OP is r, then we define cos theta as x by r and sine theta is y by r. So this diagram and this diagram both are same. So we have the same definition. So therefore cos theta equal to x upon r and sine theta equal to y by r. So cross multiplying we get x is equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sine theta. So if r and theta are given, using this we can find x and y. So if r and theta are given, so to find x and y, that means to find the Cartesian coordinates, x is r cos theta and y is r sine theta. Okay. So given polar coordinates, we can find Cartesian coordinates. The next part is if Cartesian coordinates are given, then how to find polar coordinates. So for that, if Cartesian coordinates x and y are given, then to find r, see r is root x square plus y square. Squaring this we get r square cos square theta, and squaring this we get r square sine square theta. So x square is equal to r square cos square theta and y square is equal to r square sine square theta. If we add these two, we get x square plus y square equal to r square cos square theta plus r square sine square theta. Taking r square common, we get cos square theta plus sine square theta. That is r square into 1, that is r square. So r equals to root x square plus y square. So if x and y are given, we can find r like this. Now if we divide x by y, y by x, so y by x is r sine theta upon r cos theta. So that gives us tan theta. So to find theta, tan theta equals to y by x. Tan theta is y upon x. So to find r, we use the formula r equal to root x square plus y square, and to find theta, we use the formula tan theta equal to y by x. Let's solve some examples based on relation between Cartesian coordinates and polar coordinates. So first question is, find the Cartesian coordinates of the point whose polar coordinates are 2 root 2 pi by 4. So here polar coordinates are given, that means r and theta are given. So value of r is 2 root 2 and value of theta is pi by 4. And we have to find Cartesian coordinates, that means we have to find x and y. So x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sine theta. So we have to substitute the values of r and theta here. So x is equal to r is 2 root 2 cos pi by 4. Pi by 4 is 45 degrees and cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So value of x is 2. Similarly, y is 2 root 2 sin pi by 4. Again sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So cancelling root 2, y is 2. So Cartesian coordinates of the point are 2, 2. So polar coordinates are 2 root 2 pi by 4 and Cartesian coordinates are 2, 2. Let's take one more example. Say 4 and 2 pi by 3. So r is 4 and theta is 2 pi by 3. So x is equal to r cos theta, 4 cos of 2 pi by 3. So 4 cos of pi minus pi by 3. 2 pi by 3 is 2 into 60, that is 120 degrees. So that is pi minus pi by 3. Pi minus pi by 3, angle lies in second quadrant. In second quadrant sine is positive, cos is negative. So this becomes minus cos of pi by 3. So 4 into minus cos pi by 3. Pi by 3 is 60 and cos 60 is half. So it is minus 1 by 2, that is minus 2. Now to find y is r sine theta, that is 4 sine of 2 pi by 3. So 4 sine of pi minus pi by 3. Now sine is positive in second quadrant and the ratio does not change for pi. So 4 sine pi by 3. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So this becomes 2 root 3. Therefore, Cartesian coordinates are 2 root 3. Let's take one more example. So, polar coordinates are given half 7 pi by 3. So r is half and theta equal to 7 pi by 3. That is 7 pi by 3. If we convert into degree measure, what we get is 180 multiplying by 180 upon pi get cancelled. This is 60. This is 420 degrees. So theta is given 420 degrees. So 420 degrees, we can write it as 360 degrees plus 60 degrees. So 360 degrees plus 60 degrees, and 360 degrees we can treat it as 0 degrees. That means theta is 60 degrees only. So x is equal to r cos theta. R is half cos of 60 degrees. So half into cos 60 is half. So x is 1 by 4. Y is r sin theta, half sin 60 degrees. Sin 60 degrees is root 3 by 2. So y is root 3 by 4. So Cartesian coordinates are 1 by 4 root 3 by 4. So this is how we can convert polar coordinates into Cartesian coordinates. Consider this question. Polar coordinates are given, say, root 5 to 70 degrees, and convert this polar coordinates into Cartesian coordinates. So r is given root 5 and theta is given 270 degrees. So x is equal to r cos theta, that is root 5 cos of 270 degrees. Root 5 into cos of 270. 270 degrees. This is 270 degrees. And cos of 270 degrees. If we take any point here, if we take a point P such that it lies on negative y-axis. So coordinates are 0, minus 1. So cos of 270 is 0 and sin 270 is minus 1. Root 5 sine of 270 degrees, which is -1. So it is minus root 5. So Cartesian coordinates are 0, minus root 5. See, the point lies on y-axis, negative y-axis, as it is 270 degrees, and length is root 5. So it is 0 minus root 5. So this is how we can convert polar coordinates into Cartesian coordinates. So your assignment is this: find the Cartesian coordinates of the points whose polar coordinates are. So solve these 6 questions, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.